I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for. I was the one taking care of his daily stuff, on top of having to pay a man child support that he's not staying with. You ain't getting shit.
If you like videos like this, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more intense courtroom hearings just like this. Now let's jump back into the video, because this one is extremely heated, everyone. We've got a wild courtroom confrontation involving a mother who is refusing to pay the child support this man is rightfully entitled to. And let me tell you up front, she completely loses it during this hearing. She throws a full-blown tantrum toward the end and comes up with excuse after excuse, while the father stays calm for the most part and holds himself together like a true pro. His friends even hop onto the Zoom call near the end to show him some support. But here's the real shocker: the mother has already lost custody of her children for reasons I'm not aware of, and now she's on the hook for over $3,000. She does everything possible to dodge paying it. You can absolutely feel the tension throughout this case, and things get incredibly messy and dramatic toward the end. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's go ahead and dive in to see how everything unfolds.
Has the mother made any direct payments to you for the support of the children?
No, sir.
Do you have any additional information you'd like to offer to the court as it relates to this case?
No extra information. Well, you know what? She did. My son did run away when he was in the summer of before he turned 18, and then he went to go live with his brother. So that would that's what he did, and so he's lived with his brother for I'd say about 7, 8 months. I can't remember the exact time. It's been a long time.
It's been a year.
And did you agree during that time frame for the child to live with someone else?
Yeah,
No.
to live with his brother.
No.
Ms. Hagwood, no one's asking you a question right now.
And just to confirm, sir, about how long did the child live with the other sibling?
It's about 7 or 8 months, I believe. I'm kind of off. Like I said, it's been a very long time.
Ma'am, can I get you to state your name for the record?
Sherry Ann Baldwin.
I'm sorry, is your last name also Hagwood?
That's my maiden name, and it's Haygood.
Haygood. Okay, thank you, ma'am. As it relates to the child support judgment, the state has calculated that you owe a total of $2,367.20 as of March 31st, 2024. I'm requesting that you pay that back at $150 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, ma'am?
No, sir.
Explain to the court why you're not in agreement to the amount that you owe.
Well, I got a phone call.
I don't know if it's just me, guys, but I can absolutely sense this vibe coming from this Sherry Hagwood woman right here. I mean, the judge is clearly not pleased with her at all. She just cut the guy off mid-sentence, and on top of that, I kind of find it amusing how his friend is sitting there in the bottom right corner, basically just watching everything unfold. But let me know in the comments what you all think so far, because honestly, I find this really entertaining. Just based on the man's demeanor in the top right, you can tell he has nothing to hide in this situation, while she keeps interrupting him and trying to twist the narrative. So drop your thoughts below on how you're feeling about this so far, and let's jump back in and see what she has to say next. I don't know if it's just me, guys, but I can absolutely sense this vibe coming from this Sherry Hagwood woman right here. I mean, the judge is clearly not pleased with her at all. She just cut the guy off mid-sentence, and on top of that, I kind of find it amusing how his friend is sitting there in the bottom right corner, basically just watching everything unfold. But let me know in the comments what you all think so far, because honestly, I find this really entertaining. Just based on the man's demeanor in the top right, you can tell he has nothing to hide in this situation, while she keeps interrupting him and trying to twist the narrative. So drop your thoughts below on how you're feeling about this so far, and let's jump back in and see what she has to say next.
February 1st of 2022 from my oldest son, who is, Lewis isn't the father, of Dylan Haygood. And he told me that my son Lewis is there. He's been thrown out. And he doesn't know what to do. So I start helping. Lewis comes over here and he's staying with me for a few weeks. He's staying with his brother. And then finally he moves in with me April 1st of 22. And he's been away from his father ever since. Me and his brother's been caring for him, his eyeglasses, his doctor's appointments, getting him to court. I have documentation from the court stating that he was with me and his brother, probation officers that are willing to whatever y'all need them to write up. But I was unable to pay him child support for a child that I was caring for.
And
And
during that time, thank
that's
you,
a
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. And during that time frame, when the child started to reside with you, did you petition the court to change the child support to reflect
yes,
that the
sir.
child was living with you?
Yes, sir. I called y'all immediately and I emailed the court paper that I had stating that he was living with his brother. And then I went and got the lady told me to do this.
Ms. Hagan?
The whatever child support officer I spoke with told me to go file this with the courts. And it's my name is Sherry Ann Baldwin. I am the mother and the child of Luis Mendoza. He has resided with me since April 1st, 2022, and is currently residing in Johnson County. And it's signed and dated.
Again,
And
Ms.
then,
Hagan,
pardon me.
the question that was asked is, did you petition the court to change the child support amount? Now, did you file a paperwork stating that the child was living with you? My question was, did you petition the court to request that the child support be changed to reflect that the child was residing with you?
Yes, sir, I did.
What's their case number, ma'am?
Well, I called y'all and told you that he was living with me and not the father. She told me to send in the paperwork that I had, so I did. And then she said she had 190 days to contact the father and that y'all would get a hold of me. And then she said that they froze the funds. And so I don't know.
I don't know about you all, but I'm not buying this at all. She's clearly being dishonest here, and I can't tell if she's pretending not to understand or what, but seriously, who is really that clueless? If you want to modify child support payments, simply not paying them isn't going to fix anything. You have to contact the court, submit a motion, and get it officially approved, because if you don't, you're still going to owe money. And over time, that just piles up and ends up making you look bad. So I don't know if she's being careless here, intentionally acting confused, or something else entirely, but this whole situation feels questionable so far. I get that the guy mentioned the child went to stay with his brother, but even then, you still have to file with the court and get everything properly documented. If you don't, you'll end up paying for things you shouldn't be responsible for. Whether this woman is right or wrong, it honestly just doesn't make sense to me. It really doesn't add up. So let's see if she has anything else to add here, because right now the story isn't lining up. Let's go ahead and jump back in and see what happens next.
All right, and as it relates to the medical support, ma'am, the state has calculated that you owe a total of $849.32 as of March 31st, 2024, and requesting that you pay that back at $50 per month. Are you in agreement to that amount, ma'am?
No, sir.
And could you explain to the court why you're not in agreement to paying that amount?
Because I feel like I was the one caring for his needs. I was the one taking care of his daily stuff on top of having to pay a man child support that he's not staying with. I don't have extra money like that. I can't be taking him to the eye doctor and to appointments and feeding him and clothing him and paying him his father child support.
And just to confirm, ma'am, when you say that you're paying the father child support for a child that's residing with you, when exactly did you pay those amounts to the father?
I have documentation of every child support payment I ever made, and I have documentation of it.
And ma'am, were
And
you able to review
pardon?
the report that was provided on the screen as it relates to
I
the
couldn't
child
really
support payment?
see. I couldn't really see, but
And
I
would you like
stopped
me to
paying
show that
after April
April of what year, ma'am?
22. I stopped paying, and that's when I went and got the documentation that he was living with me full time.
All right, we have to understand one thing. The Attorney General's office is not the court. You can ask the AG's office to do a lot of stuff. You can ask them questions. You can ask them to file something for you that might help you, but they're not the court.
Yeah, I really love how this judge is straight up calling her out. Like I've been saying, none of this is adding up. I mean, you'd think after all these years, they've been divorced for a long time now, probably close to 10 years or so, she wouldn't just randomly forget to contact the court. If you've been divorced that long, you should already know that you have to go through the courts to change anything related to child support or even general childcare matters. That's pretty standard procedure, and I'd assume most people are aware that any changes have to be handled through the court system. Up to this point, she's been somewhat reasonable, but in this last part of the clip, she's about to completely lose it and start acting wild. The judge is about to shut that down real quick. So let's go ahead and finish this out and see what the judge has to say, and also hear her response, because things are about to get crazy.
If you don't file anything with the court, then it's almost like nothing ever happened, because the AG has discretion to do what they like, which means they could file something or they could not file something. They didn't file anything. Separately, what you're supposed to do is file something with the court, and nothing was ever filed with the court. I don't work for the AG's office. The judges in the courthouse don't work for the AG's office. So you can tell me all day long that you talk to the AG's office, but that's not the court. So I can't modify your order. You were responsible to modify your own order if the AG didn't want to help you, or if you wanted to do it on your own. It's very simple to do, and that hasn't happened. So you owe these arrears. It's a very small amount. You owe the full amounts that are owed. You decided not to make payments. So you owe $2,367.20, payable at $150 a month, and medical support arrears of $849.32, payable at $50 a month. If there's money on hold, then they will try to forward that towards those amounts. And then if there's any remaining balance, then those are the monthly payments. All right, y'all are done with court. You can press leave on the Zoom to exit out. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Judge.
You ain't getting shit.
Ms. Haygood, you want me to find you in contempt of court? Ms. Haygood, I can fine you $50 for contempt of court for cussing in my court. So please, don't act like a child. We don't need
I thought I was off. I thought I hit the button. I'm sorry.
Okay, be respectful. All right, y'all can press leave to exit out, please.
Well, that was honestly humiliating, and I really don't think she's going to pay any of that. This court case happened quite a while ago, and I wasn't able to find any updates on how it turned out, but I think we can all assume she probably never paid it and just let it go unpaid, meaning this guy likely never saw that money. That said, after watching the entire case, I kind of feel like he doesn't really deserve the full amount. Maybe he deserves part of it, but it didn't even seem like the child was living with him, so I'm not exactly sure why he was awarded $3,000, but that's beside the point. This woman was completely out of line. Even if you think you're muted, speaking that way in front of a judge is wild to me, because you never know what could happen. Like in this situation, the mic was actually on, and you really don't know how the judge is going to respond. That little on-screen pop-up showing a $50 fine for an outburst like that honestly feels too low. I think it should have been more, because that behavior was totally uncalled for. She basically undermined the judge by flat-out saying she wasn't going to pay after he clearly told her how much she owed, and it honestly made the whole situation look bad. But that's just how it played out. This woman clearly seems unhinged, so I can only imagine how she ended up losing custody in the first place. That's going to wrap things up for this video. If you have any thoughts or feedback, I'd really appreciate you dropping a comment. I'll be replying to every single one. Let me know what you think, and don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more content like this. I'm trying to put out as much content as I can because I genuinely enjoy reacting to these types of videos. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.